Randy again from the Fish Files, and I want to show you today natural plants that are easy to keep for any aquarium, even a beginner aquarium. First, I want to show you the ones that are easiest to keep, which are plastic plants. Plastic plants obviously do not die, but what they don't do is they don't provide natural aeration for the aquarium. When these guys die, they actually provide very good nutrients to the aquarium. When they do live, they bring oxygen, carbon dioxide cycles the aquarium that the fish can thrive in. Now, if you want to do plastic plants, you can go goofy. This can't be found in nature. You know, it's not my cup of tea. You can go natural with plastic plants. And these are, these are nice. And they give a nice hiding place for the smaller fish that are getting chased by a bigger fish. Other than that, there's really served no useful purpose. To me, if you're going to make a good, solid ecosystem, why not just go all the way and have live plants and live fish? The two will do better together. It's a more enjoyable experience because now you're keeping plants alive as well as fish. You don't need special fertilizers, you don't need special soils, and you don't need carbon dioxide injectors. Number 5, Anubias. First, it could be placed anywhere around the aquarium. You're able to put it bended on a little landscape inside the tank. Doesn't need a lot of light. It doesn't need a lot of nutrition. It's also a very deep green. I chose Anubias barteri, one of the most common and probably the hardiest of all the Anubias. When you hear the word Anubias, you probably already got a good hardy plant, regardless of what the actual subspecies is. This is considered the small size. You probably pay double the price for each size. Medium would be about here and large would be about here. Again, these are fairly expensive. This thing probably retails for around $7. Large would retail for around $20. Again, they don't die. Now, number 4 on my list is the Amazon sword. The scientific name is actually Blaheri. When you see something like this in the store, a lot of times you'll see, and this is Amazon sword. Amazon sword, the most common sword sold in our trade because it's also the hardiest. This is a small, this is a large. And they're also very affordable. You often get imperfect plants. There's nothing wrong with that. And now it's a perfect plant. So that's all you have to do when you see these plants and they have a few defects. Just pull them off if you don't want to look at them. These can be planted right in the aquarium. If you see something small, just put it in the front. If it's large and heavy, put it in the ground so you can still see all the fish. Number 3, Crypticoryne. Crypticoryne is a really beautiful plant that grows to about 10 inches. This is called Crypticoryne Wendtii, red Wendtii, because you can see the red in the stems. Also often can be found in the aquarium store potted. The advantage of a potted plant, boom, like this, is that you can put this right in the gravel of the aquarium and you don't have to separate it from the pot. It's just going to do very, very well. As far as nutrition, it does need a little more light than Anubias. But no more lighting than normal. You can use your regular LED aquarium lights for probably 6 hours a day, and this thing's gonna thrive. Now, number 2, very simple plant, probably the easiest of all these to keep, and this is called Java Fern. A Java Fern, again, grows and is similar to, you see long, narrow leaves like Amazon sword. Java Fern grows very slow. Unlike Amazon sword that has to be planted in a substrate, or that's just our fancy word for the gravel on the bottom of the aquarium. These guys can be mounted just like Anubias on sides of rocks. You can use, they actually have glue. Use just like any other glue. You get the aquarium glue from the pet store. Make sure you get using something non-toxic. You can glue it right on the rock and then put it in the aquarium. Totally safe for the fish, as long as you get it from the aquarium store. Also, you can mount it in the gravel. Java Fern doesn't need a lot of light. That's the other advantage of it. So you can put it in the aquarium in areas where there might be some shading. You might have a piece of driftwood, which is always a great idea for an aquarium. The light's kind of reflecting off of that. Well, put Java Fern there. You'll see how really pretty it is when it's in the water. Number 1, onion plant. It's the cheapest plant in the aquarium trade, and it just won't die. Unfortunately, for me, I'm a wholesale fish seller. I sell to stores and it doesn't sell that well. I can't figure it out. This is the hardiest, easiest to plant in the freaking universe. All you do is put it in. It doesn't matter how much lightings there is. It doesn't matter where you put in the aquarium. This is not gonna die. It's just gonna flow. I think it's very pretty. Kind of putting in a plug in for the onion plant. but it's as far as ease, it's easy. And that is it for the 5. But I want one more note though. Most beginner aquariums are put in pea gravel, kind of different colors, pea gravel, white, natural, dark, light. There's a better soil now that's come on, and it's actually lava rock. Lava rock has all the nutrients that these plants need that I just showed you, and you can plant these things right in there. They'll do much better than they will in pea gravel. So if you want a very simple aquarium and your plants to thrive, I'd recommend put in this lava rock. You're going to see more and more of it on the aquarium trade. And like every other trade, we are evolving and getting easier and better than we were, a decade ago. Now, if I chose a favorite here, for me, it's Anubias. My customers, most of them like Wendtii or any Crypticoryne because they like the way it grows around the aquarium. I like Anubias though, because I like that really deep green. And as it grows, the leaves really develop into a big bush. It's really pretty. And also it's a good indicator that whether you're putting good lighting or not, because this doesn't need a lot of light. Your leaves start dropping off, you need more light. That's all there is to it. Add more light and they'll probably do just fine. So there we have 5 easy plants for the beginner. For the next little segment we're going to put together for the fish files, we're going to show you very easy fish for a beginner tank.